everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome, and welcome to the August 2015 Throwback Day. And today I'm talking about another war-themed movie. Yeah, 2 in a row. That's something that I really did not intend on doing, but it is what it is, and we gotta talk about it. The movie that I am going to be talking about today is a movie that a lot of people were telling me to see, and that is Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. It basically is his take on the Vietnam War and the soldiers and what goes in their minds during training, during wartime, and during the quiet times while they were waiting for in-between battles in the Vietnam War. This movie has a very intriguing cast of very much unknowns at the time now known, including one of the greatest performances and most memorable pieces of film history thanks to R. Lee Ermey. They also have Vincent D'Onofrio. They also have Matthew Modine and a very young Adam Baldwin, who we all love, our Firefly faithful Jane Cobb, everybody. Yes, thank you very much. This movie, of course, is about the Vietnam War, and it is sectioned off in 3 parts. There is the events that take place during training camp, there's the events that take place coming to Vietnam and starting to uncover what's been going on overseas through these few years, and then there is actually the moments and intensity of battle, the only way that Stanley Kubrick can put it together. Here are my thoughts, everybody. You thought that I trashed Apocalypse Now? Well, get ready to throw some hate mail my way, and I'm looking forward to losing a few subscribers because I thought that this movie was worse than Apocalypse Now! I will say this: Stanley Kubrick is the most overrated director of film history. The only movie that I have seen that I truly adored of his was Dr. Strangelove, and I do have a little bit of love for A Clockwork Orange. But The Shining, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Full Metal Jacket, I don't like any of these movies. This movie was one big ball of boring to me. It didn't even feel like it took place in the 1960s, early 1970s. At least Apocalypse Now had that vibe, and you knew that it was taking place in Vietnam. For all I know, this could have been happening in Cambodia or Guatemala or Sri Lanka, I don't know. But it definitely didn't feel like the Vietnam War. There were even some points of the movie where I did find myself laughing. I will not lie, that R. Lee Ermey's ad-libbed moment in the beginning of the movie, and I'm quite surprised that it actually took place at the beginning of the movie. I was blown away by the fact that it was all ad-libbed. I loved the fact that everything that came out of his mouth, even though it was ad-libbed, was so perfectly put together. I also was laughing about the fact that there is a reference to the song Me So Horny, because that's the sound bites where that song took it from and turned it into this raunchy rap song from 1989. I don't know, I just found that really, really humorous. I also didn't appreciate the soundtrack. While Apocalypse Now's soundtrack did fit very well, these songs, while they were 60s and they were all over the place and none of them fit. And I didn't understand what the purpose of this movie was supposed to be. I did understand the beginning scenes more than I did the end scenes, and I thought that Vincent D'Onofrio playing Gomer Pyle was probably the most incredible part of the movie, but again, it's such a small piece to this movie that everybody calls one of the greatest war films of all time, and I just couldn't stand watching this movie. I think I may have dozed off for about a minute or two, just because of the fact that I didn't care for what I was watching. And I don't understand why the movie concludes with the singing of the Mickey Mouse Club theme song. I thought that it was boring, I thought that it was pointless, and I thought that it was stupid. This is not a classic in my eyes, and next to no Stanley Kubrick film ever will be for me. So as far as I'm concerned, I am giving Full Metal Jacket 1 out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you'll be watching the next video, because you may be unsubscribed to me after I actually post this. But I am saying what I'm saying. I gave this movie a chance, hence the reason why I love Dr. Strangelove and have deep respect for A Clockwork Orange. But as far as this one, hell frickin' no. I am the Lawn Gnome, everybody, and actions speak louder than words.